And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the currently untitled review series hosted by the fat fella himself, me, Matt Jones. All right, so for the second week in a row, we are going to go ahead and dip back into the world of book reviews. This one's probably going to be short like last week, mostly because I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to go into in-depth of what is going on with this book, especially because it is a collection of short stories, each one of which is fantastic. Some of the stories ranging from, a few lines all the way to, a dozen pages. Everything in here is, in my opinion, absolutely captivating, brilliantly written, which should not come as a shock. The guy who wrote this book is a writer, not of necessarily books. He has written books before, but mostly for television and comedy. So just to get to it then, the name of the book is One More Thing, Stories and Other Stories, written by the absolutely talented BJ Novak. You know him from The Office as Ryan the Intern. You probably have seen him from Inglourious Basterds. I don't know his character's name in that. I don't think he talks very much, but good actor, brilliant writer. This book absolutely hits every note. And I actually just did the count of it. It's got 74 short stories. There's like 200. Let me actually get this for you. There's 271 pages of story, and there's actually discussion questions at the back of it, which I found those fairly entertaining. And if you'd like to go over them, leave a comment in the bottom, or in the bottom. Leave a comment in the comment section if you want me to go over the discussion questions, let you know what I think. But this book is absolutely, in my opinion, a must-read. It like I said earlier, it hits every note. It's funny. It's got stories that are heartfelt, stories that are going to pull on your emotions, some that are going to leave you in tears from laughing or from just feeling. To give a few, because I believe you can find some of these short stories. I think he wrote some of these for the New York Times, I believe. But you can find these stories out there, and you can find some of these that were recorded by YouTubers. But there's a few of the stories, if you just want to get a feel for his writing, that I absolutely recommend to read. If you don't want to buy into the full book, want to give it a test ride, go out there and find a story called The Rematch, which is hilarious. And again, I don't want to give away any spoilers, so I'm not going to tell you what the subjects are, but I will tell you that it's funny and poignant at the same time. There's a good lesson in there on just how to handle life. There's also one of the other stories that he's got, one called No One Goes to Heaven to See Dan Fogelberg, which when I read this, and by the way, I bought this at the JFK airport out in New York, read it in its entirety on my flight from New York into, I think I had a layover in Salt Lake City. Read it in its entirety on the way home. No One Goes to Heaven to See Dan Fogelberg was definitely one that stuck in my mind. It's absolutely fantastic. There is another one in here that I think everyone should read called Sophia. Heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. I keep using the word. It's brilliantly written. BJ Novak is a goddamn wordsmith. The man knows what the fuck he's doing, and you should give this book a shot. And then finally, if I have to recommend one more, because I could recommend this whole thing, but Wikipedia Brown in the Case of the Missing Bicycle. Now, that's the one that I found has the most commentary done about it. If you type that into YouTube, you're going to find a bunch of videos of people recording themselves reenacting that story. And the reason is because it's short. It's really short. I honestly think it's a page and a half, maybe 2.5. but it's hilarious, and I think everybody should read the whole book. But if you have to find one of those four. The Rematch, Nobody Goes to Heaven to see Dan Fogelberg, Sophia, and Wikipedia Brown, and the Curious Case of the... Oh, no, it's just Wikipedia Brown and the Case of the Missing Bicycle. Check those four out if you want to give the book a try. If not, go and find this. I'll link in the description below where you can get this. As always, if you can find it from his direct website, I'll probably try to put a link there. You want to pay the man directly. If not, there's Amazon, there's Barnes & Noble. There's different places. This is a New York Times bestseller when it came out back in 2014, and there's a reason for that. So there you have it. Another book review from the fat fella himself. Yes, I can read, and yes, I do read. So there you have it. One More Thing, Stories and Other Stories by BJ Novak. Absolutely a must-read. Go check it out. And that's it. That's it for today. Again, another short video. So, as always, don't be a dick.